mumbling to himself, how the hell is this possible? What on earth is happening to this town?
Everyone will call over. Roldar, it looks like we've got round 2 upstairs, possibly.
Roldar?
On my way.
Alright.
Saloro will begin the long process of using a mixture of Mage Hand and Prestidigitation to realign things, to clean things, remove the blood, so that it doesn't look so grim in here.
Mm-hmm.
Any sort of score.
Basically, you're the cleaner.
Yes.
Alright, everyone who goes upstairs.
The wizard maid.
The wizard maid.
I'll
The
send you
magical
flying
maid.
another 4 squares, you motherfucker. Who you made?
You're the one rearranging furniture.
For everyone who goes upstairs, I want a perception roll, please.
Alvyn will go upstairs, but
Good.
after waiting a few minutes. So not right away.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Erevan, Roldar, and Arenoss. God damn it, Alvyn. Just blowing everyone out of the water. Natural 20.
Nuke.
Yeah, nuked it. You all search the upper floor quite thoroughly, and find no other signs of any goblins up there. At the sound of this, or at the conclusion of this, you hear basically the now widow basically have a breakdown outside.
Wow, there's no more of them for you to kill, it looks like, Roldar.
Where did they come from?
I don't know, but when we find out, you have plenty of them. You have plenty of them to ask,
Sorry.
and for your weapon to ask.
We should check around the house for tracks.
Good idea. I'll see what's going on outside.
What?
Alvyn will follow and help, looking for stuff.
Yes. Yes, you can make new perception checks.
I think it's a 25. Arenoss is still thinking about his romantic interlude.
Yep.
Our Mako is lovely, isn't she?
She is quite
The
special.
way she roasted that boar, man.
Oh my, I wish I was that boar.
You can roast me anytime.
So hot.
Roast
so
me.
hot.
Jesus.
Alright, checking around outside.
Erevan walks up.
DM is talking!
Checking around outside. The party does not find any apparent tracks of goblins. Exactly how they got into the house, or why, or how, it's unknown.
Roldar, get these goblin corpses out of here, would you? Salora's making the blood disappear, but he can't make goblin corpses disappear. Not without sending them flying out with thunder wave.
Arenoss will check this goblin if he has any papers or something like that.
No, not really. His gear, though, is vastly superior to most of the other goblins the party has met. His armor is actually well crafted, and his hatchet also, it's a goblin hatchet, but it is remarkably fine workmanship for a goblin.
Right.
He has several sort of markings on him that would denote him as a bird cruncher goblin.
Okay. Unless, Arenoss will not pick any of those stuff up.
Right.
Is there any sort of cellar or underground structure?
No, it doesn't
No.
have to be.
And no tracks outside that would indicate goblins arriving?
No, not Alvyn can find at least. Yes, the sheriff turns to Erevan.
It seems all the goblins have been dealt with.
I see. Well, I need to lock up this house. And I need to take care of Amelia here and the kids. He looks around quite grimly. I need to make some more inquiries, I think. I would like to talk to you tomorrow, perhaps.
Very well.
Would it be feasible for the Spiral Vanguard to make a sweep of the city? Just patrol. Make yourself visible.
Today?
Yes.
What time is it?
It is late in the evening.
It might be, though it's going to get dark soon.
Yes.
Which won't help, but we'll see.
I will be most grateful. And he turns towards Amelie. Well, come then, Amelie. I'll take care of you. Don't worry. Everything will be fine.
Is there any sort of sign of forced entry on the roof or anywhere, pretty much?
That is an interesting question. You would need to make an athletics check to actually climb up on the roof.
Oh, I got this.
Yeah, Alvyn will just turn to Erevan and say, "Could you check on the roof? Maybe they got in from there. I don't quite understand how they would get inside any other way. We can't find any checks."
Do you say athletics to climb up?
Yes.
Well, since I have a climbing kit, this will be even easier.
Fantastic. The spider does not disappoint.
You rolled a 1?
Oh, he rolled a natural 1. Interesting. Even with all that penalty. Huh. Well, as it happens, he does disappoint, at least the first try. But, you're not under pressure. You can take your time. You get up there eventually. On the roof, yes. A perception check, please, to search the roof.
I think I'll lower down some rope if I can.
Okay, certainly.
Because Alvyn will be
Perception check to lower the rope.
I can't see!
I'll lower down some rope, and then I will have a look.
Yeah.
All right, Alvyn, you can...
Alvyn will carefully climb up and make a perception check.
There is some loose tiles on the roof here and there. Some of them seems to have been knocked loose quite recently, actually. Mainly around the chimney.
It seems I finally understand how the goblins are going around the city. They might just be taking the roofs. I mean, they were on the roofs when we got attacked on the marketplace as well. So maybe that's the solution.
It is a feasible idea.
Either that or goblins suddenly learn to fly, which is unlikely.
If the goblins have learned to fly, we have a major problem.
Well, that goblin that tried to fly crushed his head.
Good point. Erevan will slide back down the rope. Has Alvyn got off the roof?
Yeah.
Then Erevan will just tug at the rope and tug at the rope in a special way so it falls down.
Elven style. All right. We will take a 5-minute break here.
Okay.
We can visit the bathroom, get some drinks, and we'll be right back.
Cool.
All right.
Why, hello there.
Hello.
Having fun? Oh, it
Oh,
seems
yes.
like Dark has died on us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually enjoy this very much.
Huzzah.
Sherlock Alvyn has figured out the mystery.
What is it, Sherlock Irvin?
How the goblins are going around the city unnoticed.
Ah, so that's why he ran away. Fearless leader.
Oh, he disconnected, eh?
Yeah. He's still in the Skype call, though, so...
He was too shocked by the entire experience.
Oh, okay. Apparently he got a very important message and had to leave.
Oh.
Oh, that's a kicker.
That's sometimes that happens. So yeah, going once again going American tonight with some Jack Daniels.
I don't think I've ever even tasted any alcohol.
Really?
Yeah.
Jack Daniels is not a really good whiskey, just a bourbon to start yourself off with.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's easy. It's easy on the tongue, and I like it. It's easy. Like the real heavy stuff, like the single malt, like Scottish, like Bowmore and Lefroy and stuff like that. That really, that can hit you like a hammer.
If
But
it doesn't
this-
burn, it's not a good whiskey.
Indeed. But Jack Daniels is smooth as a desert wind.
Desert winds don't sound very smooth.
Well, imagine it, okay?
Lots of sand and
More
dust.
like sandstorms.
The desert wind without the sandstorm. Oh.
Oh, so desert winds without the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Beer pack again.
So Dark Destiny is not coming back, or
Seemingly not.
no? Sad. Oh well.
Woo! 5-minute break tits.
What?
5-minute break tits.
I see.
Obviously, it's the 5-minute birds. You sit down, you get a couple of pair of tits.
Sounds enjoyable.
British tits.
British tits? What? What have I missed?
Great tits, blue tits, cold tits. We have all kinds of tits over here.
Very well. All right, everyone here?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes.
Let's continue. All right, the party is at the now deserted Barrett homestead. What do you do?
So, do you have any ideas, guys?
We need to look for where that goblins came from and deal with it.
Yes. Alvyn, you had an idea about Chopper's Isle, didn't you?
Well, yes, but right now I actually have a different idea. I mean, there were some oddities on the roof, like loose tiles. Maybe the goblins are using the rooftops to go around the city. So it would make sense if we check that out.
Would buildings be close enough to each other for goblins to be able to jump between them?
Well, it kind of depends. You can take a look at the overhead map. Some of the buildings might be.
Alright.
If the goblins are very agile, they could possibly even sort of jump over street level, but that would take a serious skill.
Where on the map are we right now?
You are here right now.
Seems reasonable.
You sound like you've got a plan.
It might be a possibility, but where would they be hiding?
Well, I don't know. Alvyn seems at an end with his wisdom. I guess it's either the rooftops or we could check out Chopper's Island. But first, we should really do just walk around the city like the sheriff said.
This, by the way, is Dark Academy.
Right.
The big building.
Which one? Sorry.
This one, the big one.
And we are pretty much right next to it.
Yes.
Oh. Alvyn will turn back to Arenoss and say, "Well, we are right next to Turandor Academy, aren't we?"
Yes, that is the building over there.
You know, I've heard some rumors about things in the basement there, but I just thought they were rumors, but it seems too much of a coincidence, maybe.
What have you heard?
There.
Well, just...
Yes.
Just things. There's a locked cellar there, and people are saying all kinds of stuff, like phantom spiders and goblins and whatnot is supposed to be in there.
Huh. Well, we could check it out if you guys feel like you want to.
Well, it would at least be a good place to start.
Well, yes. So, what is actually going on in that building? Do I know that?
The Turandor Academy is basically part school. It is part orphanage. As families thronged to Sandpoint, the town founders quickly came to realize that they needed somewhere to handle education of the children, to house the unfortunate orphans, and to busy older children and keep them from becoming delinquents. The answer was the Turandor Academy, part school, part orphanage. The academy is run by supposedly a retired adventurer called Ilosari Gandethus. He volunteered to be the academy's headmaster on the condition that he could have the basement of the building to himself. The town agreed, and today the rooms below the academy remain locked, and there are many sort of rumors going around town, mainly around, the children at the academy tells all sorts of fantastic story what's locked up down there. Ilosari himself doesn't really say.
Okay. Has there been any disappearances from this place?
What do you mean disappearances?
Like, has any of the children disappeared from there?
Well, many children have left. Arenoss wouldn't really know if there is any disappearances from within the school, so to speak, but he knows for a fact that Mako's half-brother, for instance, got his education at the academy and then left town. So he has, in a way, left town or disappeared. But...
All right. I don't think they will just let us walk right in there, though.
Well, we could at least ask.
Well, the headmaster has said that he wants the basement for himself and that no one else is to go down there. So I don't think he will let us in there.
Well, he won't have a choice. We are looking for where the goblins are coming from, and if there is like a tunnel in the basement, like an old smuggler's tunnel, we need to at least check it out. I'm sure we could just go to the mayor and get her permission or something.
Yes, maybe. I might be able to convince him to let us in there, actually. Although I'm not sure.
Well, we won't find out if we don't try.
Well, yes, we could head there then. Could someone grab Saloro?
You mean Erevan?
No, Saloro is walking around the house for some reason.
Oh, he is. He's cleaning up.
He's repairing and tidying. How far through the tidying is Saloro then?
He has taken care of the worst. That is for sure. Someone still needs to collect the bodies of Allerghast and Petrol.
That's not something that Mage Hand can lift.
Nope.
Roldar will lift up Allerghast.
I will give you. There we go.
Carry him outside.
Saloro, will pipe up. Where are you going with the corpse, Roldar?
Well, it's better to not let such a butchered thing bleed over the floor, and better give it some dignity.
So you're going to take it outside where everyone else can see it, Roldar?
I was going to carry it to the temple.
I see. I would have thought that would have been a thing for the sheriff and the widow to handle. I think it's alright if it's left here, Roldar.
Well, the rest of the party is ready to explore the building next door. They've heard rumors about the caverns or cellars. They feel it should be investigated.
Saloro blinks, and then a loud voice says, I would have assumed that it would have been possible that these goblins just would have been stragglers from the raid that was conducted a few days ago. I don't think they're breaking in anymore unless there's more ladder tracks out by the graveyard or they're swimming in from the north. Rather, during the attack, these goblins decided to sequester themselves away, during which time they eventually decided to pounce.
Does Alvyn hear this?
God, I hope so.
Okay, if he does, I guess I will assume he does. He will go up to Saloro and say, Goblin stragglers are a good theory, I suppose, but hiding for 3 days and then randomly attacking? I'm not sure if that's plausible.
Saloro shrugs. Why else would they have gone into the armoire and under the desks and inside the apple pile of a little home in a little hamlet? Considering the ferocity of that one creature, you would have figured they just would have... Saloro shrugs. Done goblin things.
Well, that's exactly my point. Why did they wait 3 days? It seems more plausible that they just arrived from somewhere. I mean, there were loose tiles and tracks. Well, not tracks, but some things on the roof that might indicate that they just came here recently.
Right, they scaled up the wall during the attack, realizing that things were going sour, broke into the house, and hid. So that they would not be discovered while everyone else was getting killed.
Well, suppose you're right. What do we do now? Shall we just say, well, stragglers, we are done here, or shall we just investigate?
I thought I heard the sheriff saying give the hamlet village another once-over. By all means, though, I don't control you, Alvyn. If you wish to explore the academy, then by all means. I can definitely be wrong, but... Saloro shrugs.
No. let's just assume you are completely right and everything you say is right, he stops there. What do you suggest we do?
Saloro says, we can try to take preemptive courses of action more so than what the sheriff has suggested, such as by going to the academy. However, it is a given that there were going to be goblin stragglers from their raid. Slor shrugs. Not all of them wish to die as readily as the others did, and as the main intent appeared to be taking the body of Ezekiel Tobin, Slor shrugs again. I can't understand them. They're insane.
This is thinking, and while Roldar is cracking his brains, would he have been able to figure out if the goblins were just hungry?
He does know that goblins are very voracious. Like they want to eat constantly. A few days without food could drive a goblin mad.
Well, 3 days for our goblin is enough to drive it berserk. Which may explain that interesting one that nicked Saloro.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, but I would much rather just check out leads, no matter how unlikely they are to actually lead us somewhere. But I don't feel like just sitting around right now.
Saloro says, okay, then don't. Didn't tell you to sit down, Alvyn.
Well, I would like to have at least someone support. I'm not just going there by myself. I mean,
I'll go with you, Alvyn.
Saloro says,
Great.
There you go, you're not alone.
I guess,
Although if there are more goblins there, we might need everyone's help.
Well, we could just check it out. We don't have to just charge in, weapons drawn, and run into an ambush of goblins. We could just do it my way, if you understand what I mean.
Yes, but I'm not that good at your way of doing things.
Yeah, I suppose. But as long as you're around, you will be a help.
Saloro blinks. It's evening. You want to break into the building? And
I
No.
didn't say break in. I might have indicated something like that, but I didn't say it out loud. There's
I
a
was thinking
significant
more
difference.
asking for permission.
Well, both ways have advantages and disadvantages, I suppose. If that Illusari or what's his name is helping the goblins for some reason, for example, asking him could lead to trouble.
And if he is not, then breaking in might be equally as bad. Or worse.
I suppose you're right. I guess we could just do it the legal way first, I suppose.
if anything, you could always ask for the permission of Sheriff Himlock first, for this line of inquiry.
I'm not
Yes.
sure if the sheriff is. We can't just go up to him and say, "Hey, there's a rumor there are goblins in the Turandok Academy. Give us permission to break into the cellar." It's not going to work.
And don't
It
phrase it
might
like
work.
that.
And I'm not
Don't
exactly
say-
the best person to talk to him then.
Don't say that it's just a rumor. Give it something of greater substance. And don't say, break in and violate the headmaster's personal space. Give it along lines of merely investigating.
Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds more reasonable at least. Okay, we can try that, I suppose. But I think we should act as soon as possible. So
Yes, we should go before it gets dark.
And what are we
Yeah.
still standing here for?
I don't know. And the Arenoss will walk off
and Alvyn
towards
will follow.
the sheriff's office.
City
Okay.
Garrison.
City guard house. City garrison, yeah.